Welcome back. A couple more sets to go here in the first day of the prelims. Going to be 2024 Mid-Atlantic Major. And this is Major League Paintball going down in Atlantic City. Matty Marshall. I got Nick Sloviak and Rich Telford up here. Red Legion taking on Blast Camp, Xfactor, and Fit. So Blast Camp warmed up in a loss, unfortunately for them, but they did take Hurricanes into overtime. This will be Red Legion, the winner of the last event's first game. Xfactor also going to be playing again Fit. And Fit warmed up in a game against Revo. So
hard to remember all the way back to that last event, huh?
Yeah, it's so
seems like only
ago.
Yesterday.
Yeah. So Nick, how you doing, bud? Good to have you back up here.
Yeah, it's good to be between you two again.
No place I'd
Whole
rather have
nine,
you,
so I
Nick.
haven't missed it.
Well, Shock had a really good day today. You guys went undefeated. We'll talk about that in a bit. But first up, jumping into point number one, Legion triumphant again in Texas, which we finished yesterday, and they looked pretty amazing, man. They were very resilient.
5-on-5 for both teams, guys.
I don't know that I've seen someone's pack come off of them as they dive into a bunker.
I like they crawled back and got that
he
bad
crawled
boy.
back and got his strap there. That's number 2 in the blue, making his way for Blast Camp up to the 50 snake. Malloy on your screen already there. We had a great shot from behind the Russians on the break. We'll see if Malloy's going to get the cue that he has an opponent on the other side of it and bunker him out.
Yeah, I've been waiting to see how Malloy plays this. Also been waiting to see if they'll risk putting him up there, because, man, if I knew Malloy was up there, I'd tell my guy to get him off the field every single point.
Yeah, so that's what they just did.
That's
bunkered out Malloy.
That's a really good point, Rich.
Thank you.
You know, in a more traditional snake that we saw yesterday in the conclusion of the Texas event, as Blast Camp loses a body over on the Dorito side, so 2 bodies down for Blast Camp, 1 for the Red Legion. You saw Malloy get really creative in sneaking into the snake and then able to play it very meticulously.
Yes.
But here now, this is very reminiscent of the 2018 Chicago snake. Once someone gets into that brick, as Cody Soap gets taken out for Blast Camp, it's 3 bodies down. It's just going to it'd be a trade fest as the 4th body for Blast Camp walks off, and only Unger, no more Unger left alive in the snake. Red Legion going to take this 4 bodies alive for the first point here of their AC event. Is that worth the risk? You know, do you maybe put in one of the newer guys? Justin Rabikoff brought that up yesterday.
Yeah.
They picked up some new blood from Florida. They couldn't play them because the same roster from Texas had to finish the event out. Mm-hmm. Now do you say, hey, you're going to Scud missile it in?
Yeah, go trade out.
And get up there and just listen for the gun or the call and then be the trade out and let Malloy play behind. You know, Krill said that too in an interview. Well, hey, like, us old guys won it. It wasn't none of the young kids, you know, and they were feeling it yesterday. I was in there helping them out. Like, it was a grinder.
Yeah, and that was one of the conversations that we've been talking about in the lead up to this event, because we had to postpone it because of the weather and push it to yesterday. But that means if you go and win the tournament, you have to play 3 most likely grinder games.
For sure.
And then jump into a fresh tournament the next day. So hopefully you're deep. And that's the thing with Legion. I mean, their starting lineup is absolutely nasty, and they have a lot of talent on the bench, but that talent's still relatively undeveloped. And you know, but that's an interesting point, because if you put one of the young speed demons in and just send him up to the 50 brick and have him run around, thus preserving Malloy's life.
Yeah, it's just who do you sit?
Xfactor losing their first attacker, second attacker, 3-on-5 advantage for Paintball Fit, and this is how Paintball Fit likes to start off their points.
Yeah, and
nice 5-on-3 advantage, 4-on-3 advantage now as Fit loses 1 attacker on Snake side.
Yeah, they lost their snake corner, I think, Rich.
Poor zone control, though. They let Mina Ninos fill out a back center into the Snake Temple.
And that's probably going to be the fill that you need to eliminate the most. Is letting that back center fill out. I think I've already said that I think the bunker of death is that can.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
On the D side.
Yes, we've been calling it the
Perfect.
bunker of death.
And so if you can eliminate that player and pinch them out from the Dorito corner and the 50 snake, that's a bad death. Heads up to Meter Ninos. Good job by Meter to even up the bodies now 3-on-3. If you can eliminate that can in the pinch and then prevent the team your opponent from filling out from the back center to this snake side insert.
But they come through and they bunker out Billy Vernaccia, and he stays alive. But no, it looks like he did trade, but no penalty assessed. So it's going to be a 2-on-2 now. Oh, no, now so a delayed
penalty on Billy.
Yeah,
I think because he was pointing so much and talking so much.
Nope. What was that? They both threw flags, and now they're not doing anything.
Now they are doing something.
So it looks
very
like
confusing.
After a while, they're going to be pulling out Billy, and that leaves just TJ Danner in a 1-on-1, 2.
Two.
Two.
It should be 2. There's Colt lockout, and I believe, unless a body dropped when we were looking at that penalty.
Well, we just went to the Iron Sky, and I only saw 2 bodies out there.
Could be a 1-on-1.
It could be a 1-on-1.
1-on-1, guys. Man, that's tough though. Paintball Fit starting this point with a 5-on-3 advantage, squandering that. Oh, sorry, 4-on-3 advantage,
Well,
squandering that advantage.
I was just gonna say that, man. TJ Danner is an absolute phenom when it comes to one-on-ones, and he beats Colt Luke out in a gunfight pretty quickly. So TJ Danner just continues to feast on these one-on-one situations.
He's just got a really good shot. Like, he's got a really good shot. And the thing that was awesome there for TJ, all you Xfactor fans back home, is that he just stayed on his gun, and he was in a position. You stand tall in that corner on the dritter side, you can see just about everything over here on the snake
100%.
side, and everything's low over here.
Yep.
So you just got to shoot to the left or the right of it, and Colt wasn't going to bend down to play low. You can't do that cross field, and he just kind of peeked out into a ball.
Yep.
So we're in the pits right now with Xfactor after a very interesting point. Let's listen in real quick.
10, TJ, Colt, Axel, Fuzzy.
Tim Stetzel going to get a spin.
And I'd be interested to see if they do that like a Malloy move. As we watch our second breakout here, Red Legion, big bump and breakout by Karsliff. He does get taken out, though, and so does another Red Legion player.
5-on-3 advantage for Blastcamp. Malloy's in the 50 snake.
So this is the break that Blastcamp needs. Good off the break shooting.
Yeah, so
eliminating one on either side of the field as Justin Rabikoff makes it fill out. You're watching the battle. Soap takes one from the inside. Oh, where did he get shot from?
had to be this Temple standing over the top.
J-Rab? I don't know.
Had to be J-Rab.
But like from the inside of the snake?
Yep.
I don't know.
The
That's
Sergey
wild.
was looking Drio
He
side,
was.
and Malloy was out here.
I mean, maybe team kill. I don't know. That's not what Blastcamp needs. Is they now lose another body from Malloy wrapping around. It was a 5-on-3. Now it's a 3-on-2.
I think it's a 2-on-2.
Is J-Rab got eliminated?
Yeah, J-Rab's taking the walk.
Dude, chaos out here.
Malloy's trying to contain. Blastcamp releasing down the D side, gets caught. 2-on-1 advantage for Red Legion.
He doesn't get him. That's it. And Unger, last one left alive again for Blastcamp. Oh, that's a tough one. Going back and rewatching this point. Yeah, they kind of blew that.
Yeah.
But like I would love to see where Soap got shot from.
Yeah.
He was playing the inside of the 50 snake.
I thought he was just going to go get Malloy, and I was like, oh, wow, this point's almost over.
Unless, like, did Malloy sneak around on him? Maybe? I mean, obviously, you can't see it from here.
Yeah, and Joe's not here, so.
Wait, say what?
Our replay guy.
Oh. Well, we'll just have to count on you media folk out there. But, yeah, that 5-on-3, 2 off the break. Great shooting by Blastcamp. We're in the pits right now. In the words of Maddie, let's listen in.
Okay, jumping into point number 2 with San Antonio Xfactor, courtesy of TJ Danner's 1-on-1 victory against Colt.
5-on-5 as both teams race to the 50 snake.
Yeah, so
Axel gone in, looking inside.
Yeah, the battle going down here in the snake with Fit and Xfactor again, as it's Johnson. So Johnson's been in there, been getting in there pretty solid, and Axel also relentless on this side, so he's going to be the first to go.
Yeah, really interesting here because Danner was looking to read away on the break, and so the only person kind of stopping the wraparound on the snake is going to be that Matt. Well, Danner's looking this way now, but you can see right there on your screen, very even spread. Yeah, very even spread for both teams. Slight advantage on the snake side for Fit because they have 2 in the snake.
Yep.
But
both teams kind of shooting defensive posture, right? Kind of crossing it up, looking to shut down the center/Dorito side.
Yeah, and you could see already how tight the 4 for Fit on your left in the red and the 3 in the blue for Xfactor are in those cans because of that crossfield shot from the ones that are literally 10 feet apart from each other and probably know it, but aren't risking it. And here's a little tactical retreat by
nice
Fit.
Fill. Yeah, nice fill back there.
Yeah, made it in clean. Nice little lateral movement.
And they might not know he's there either.
Yeah, staying down low. Possibly not.
Well,
Xfactor tucked into their spots here. Just
might have lost can of death there. Chavez got shot out of the can of death.
Yeah, and the question is, did he lose a gunfight heads up to Stetzel, or was he picked off by Axel in the snake? And here comes the move.
Yeah, I think it was Axel inside.
Does Axel live?
Wow, Axel lives.
He does. And this is going to be one of the things that every coach is going to tell their snake guy is if you go through, you have to shoot.
Yeah.
You have to shoot. And now 2 bodies walk off at the same time for Fit, so only 1 body left alive. Xfactor with 5. This should be a concession.
Yeah, Xfactor looking good here. 5-on-1.
Yeah, and that's it.
yeah, so Xfactor cruising.
Very controlled.
Yeah, controlled, just on cruise control, having no problems. Yeah, engagement in the snake, but Axel lived, shooting bodies. They got the shot, a crucial kill on, Chavez. Anytime you get Chavez off the field, man, he's just a huge killer for that squad.
Yeah, if you can neutralize the other team's offense, you really take a lot of their options away from them.
You can say that again.
Hey, way to stay alive when he came to get you.
Yeah, exactly.
You got it all over.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job, boys.
He missed. I think he missed the jump.
Sally Rabikoff bringing me up some snacks. And Sally. Getting ready for this next match as we listen to the pits here.
All right, about to jump into point number 3. So on the breakout right now, Legion going to spread out wide again with Karslev, and Malloy goes running and gunning all the way into Snake 2, but it cost him his body. That was too big of a bite even for Malloy. Karslev does make it clean.
I think he got the cross kill though.
Ooh, but a penalty assessed here on Blastcamp. That should open the door as they also lost another body, just 2 bodies left alive, but J-Rab taking the walk, so this is a just chaotic.
Bloodbath.
So it looks to be, I was going to say, too, and Blastcamp lose another body.
Yeah, sloppy death
So
there.
3 Russian Legion players on the left-hand side of your screen. Desperate fill out to the snake corner by Blastcamp. Refs running in. That penalty.
Wow.
They're throwing a penalty, so now Blastcamp's have to start down a body. Man.
Worst case scenario here for Blastcamp, digging themselves a hole with some penalties.
Yeah, like to give a shout out to El Jefe, Billy Saransky, for providing lunch for myself. So thanks, Billy.
Oh yeah, thanks for nothing, Billy.
Well, I share. I'm a generous.
Hey, thanks, Nick.
I'm a generous human.
All right, thanks, Billy.
I think the way they're running, you can run.
Back in the pits here with Legion. Let's check it out.
Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, my mistake. I shot him and I tried to come wide. I think this guy killed me.
You got 7.
Okay.
Ja, da, 4 дошла? Ой, дошла.
Da, da.
That was, yeah, bro, I can't wait to get burrito after this game.
Dude, you see those burritos? They're massive, man. Sorry, I don't have a good Russian accent. I'm working on it, though.
That's okay.
Man, Paintball Fit, if they can win this breakout and then capitalize on their up body points, they'll have a chance, but if you look at the scoreboard, it doesn't look good.
I mean,
The game's not out of hand yet.
No,
It's
no.
2-0, but Xfactor has just looked a lot better here. Fit needs to tighten it up. They're losing
Yeah.
bodies they don't normally lose.
Well, if you can't win the points when you're up on bodies, it's tough to lose
Yeah.
those points when you're win those points when you're down on bodies.
They leave body out in the open there to shoot that inside lane. No kills produced by Fit or for Xfactor, so it's a 5-on-5, but now it looks like they isolate Chavez again. Yeah, they're just picking on Chavez right now.
Yeah, and they found somebody for Xfactor went up the center into that sneaky bunker.
Colt gets pieced up out of the back center.
Yep, and now Mason gets shot out of the snake. So 5-on-3 or 5-on-2 advantage for
5-on-2.
Xfactor.
And I'll say this, Xfactor did make it to the finals yesterday. They were winning the majority of that game. The game ended in a major penalty in overtime. They're pissed.
Yeah, they were
They are
real
not
frustrated
happy.
with that. They didn't like those. Yeah, they didn't like how that ended, and I totally understand.
Yeah, and they are playing one of the only other Texas teams, and there's always that question of the best in Texas, and so they, anytime that comes up on this field, they I feel like they put a little extra into it. So
Yeah, and anytime I bring up, I've had this conversation. I mess with Colt sometimes.
Yeah,
Like, hey, best team ever to come out of Texas, San Antonio Xfactor, and then I'll be like, yeah, for sure. But what about Houston Heat? And then he'll just give me the grimace and be like, show me one Texan on Houston Heat.
that's right. Back in the pits, you see Alex Martinez right there in the gray hoodie with the boonie hat, owner of the team. Shout out to Al, great guy. There's Billy Bernaccia.
Yeah, one of the good paintball patrons.
Coach Ryan Brand, the hair with his clipboard.
Yeah, this bracket's Xfactor, Revo, Aftermath, Fit, and Diesel.
Dude, a lot of overtime games, huh? That Diesel game was
Lots of
brother-in-law
overtime
finally
games.
clocking in and getting out of the back center.
Yeah, we've only had one big blowout today, and that's it. Other than that, it's been mostly very close games. A couple 3-point spread games, but
Yeah.
No, he immediately tried to spy me.
There's
Like,
Colt.
he knew I was there. That was in Snake too. Yeah, and then I shot him through the crowd.
Yeah, so Colt and Billy talking about just kind of baiting somebody being discovered and then shooting. I think Colt was talking about when he snuck
Mason.
up the center. Yeah.
Yep.
And he shot him through the 50 snake.
Yep.
He wrapped around and got him to that.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, as it warms up out here, the cracks between these beams and the bricks in the center do widen up. And we saw that a lot this morning of people crawling up and kind of looking underneath to see if there's any shadows being given away or any paint coming through. And we know an old kind of a trick is as soon as you shoot a pod, is jam it in that hole.
Yeah.
Because paint comes through a crack and breaks on you, you're still hit.
Yeah,
and if it
people were getting
bounces,
shot out there
through
this
that
morning.
crack, you're hit. So here we go. Point number 4, Red Legion on your right, Blast Camp on your left. Blast Camp starting with 4 because of that minor, and they lose
4 on 4. Oh, 3 on 4 advantage Red Legion.
They lose 2 is, I think someone just looked right into a ball in that can.
4 on 1.
Yeah. Jeez, man.
This is going to keep us on schedule if it keeps going this way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm getting a little concerned for the Blast Camp guys because if they keep playing like this and going back in the pitch, John Iannucci will kill one of them.
Oh, I've already heard him once.
Yeah. Unger's tough. Maybe he could take a couple blows for the team.
Well, he's tough, but he's like half of Big John's size.
Soap's a bigger athletic guy. Maybe Soap should just throw himself on John and throw him on his mercy, just ask for, I'll take it for the team, John. Good luck, Soap. Good luck. Man, he was such a promising player, too.
He was.
I'm going to miss that guy.
Jackson Frey's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well, let's listen in because this week and parental advisory because John could be getting a little frustrated here. Well, seems pretty chill so far.
I mean, like going into that, like what did they accomplish? They got a kill on the break. They lost one on the break. And then the rest of the guys died out of their spots. And they did start down. So, like, how mad do you want to be? Like, rather lose that fast and come back to full strength, and back to the drawing board.
Yeah, but this match is starting to get away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same with Fit and Xfactor right now. It's just Xfactor's getting some good off the break shots.
Yeah.
Winning battles. They're picking on Chavez.
I mean, we're seeing essentially the top 2 teams from the last event, the finals teams, playing 2 brand new pro teams.
Yeah.
Now,
There's
Fit
different levels, right?
Yeah, Fit did earn their spot. They earned their spot in. They've played. So most of those guys have played pro before, but you're saying the 1 and 2 pro teams play essentially the brand new kids on the block. So this is what you kind of expect, and like it's on these young teams, Fit and Blast Camp, to kind of go out here, find the small positives and build off that to try and get some good things and building blocks off that. This is both. Sorry. Blast Camp did play one already and lost, right? This is Fit's first game?
Yeah. So, no, Fit played against Revo and lost in OT.
Oh, damn.
And Blast Camp lost in OT to the Hurricanes.
So Danner getting picked off and 2 getting shot. Dude, Chavez is just not having a good one over there.
No. And he's getting caught in that can. I think I would just release him, right? If you're losing him anyway, might as well give him an opportunity to get outside and
what
go
a
forward.
shot across the field in the face. I think it's Billy just picked up that burrito.
He's got that cross shot from there.
Yeah, so it's 4 on 2.
4 on 2.
And you can see Stewart and Bernaccia right there on your screen. In the Hertz 50 brick. And Xfactor does not know they limit the kill count. Fuzzy's got to pick this up because Meter is still shooting towards the Driter side like someone's over there, and so is Billy.
Yeah. They're locking down a side where there's nobody at.
Yeah, someone messed up here and did not count the players in the white, red, and blue Texas jerseys walking off the field. I think Meter knows now, as you can see him creeping through the center, looking to get that elimination on Stewart. Calling it, Billy should just launch.
Yeah, just go trade here.
Well, Billy's playing the inside of that 50 on Colt, so he's in a good little gunfight. And Meter might tell him, hey, yeah, go do it.
Colt's getting no pressure, though, Nick. He's over the top in a 4 on 2, and no one's shooting at him.
Yeah, it's Fuzzy. Fuzzy's just trying to. Fuzzy is protecting. So for where Fuzzy's at, and he's just
Fuzzy's
protecting.
out of play.
Yeah, well, he's only protecting. If anyone comes around on Billy, is what he's protecting.
But that's what Meter was doing too.
There's your lapse in communication.
Oh, and Meter gets caught.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big kill. Could make things interesting here. Might have come from Stewart from
Billy
that
gets
inside. And Billy also, Billy going to
Wow.
take the walk as well, too. So the tables have turned. It's now a 2-on-2 situation here after a big high body moment for Xfactor.
Yeah, now they're going to wish that Fuzzy had been engaging a little bit more, I think.
Well, they are completely off in the kill count. And if someone did have it on Xfactor, they didn't communicate it across the field. That was one of our problems this morning. is just not getting that vital information across to plug the puzzle pieces together to figure out where the bodies are. So a 4-on-2 in favor of Xfactor has now turned into a 2-on-2.
Just good, solid play from Paintball Fit, digging out of this hole.
Yeah, a couple clutch kills, evening up the count. Could turn this point into a little bit of a longer one here. 8:38 to go, but Fit desperately needs one to put one on the board here to stay in this match.
Yeah, and if you're Xfactor and Fuzzy can put it together with, I don't know if that's Cody over there.
That would be my guess.
Or Colt or Stetzel. That's Stetzel. That's Stetzel.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Tim getting the spin.
Yeah, so Tim getting the spin. And just kind of kill the time. They just got to find the bodies.
Yeah, they are up by 3 points.
Yeah. Like this is
No
kind of
pressure.
the best scenario for Xfactor.
Yeah, so, but again, it's up to Fit to make these moves. So if it's wide open, or because Xfactor just doesn't need to force anything right here. They have this lead. Ideally, just burn clock and hope you can catch Fit making a move.
Yeah, or wait until Fit runs out of paint and air.
Yeah, that'd be a good call too. I mean, sure, if somebody gets tunnel vision or drops a zone, because the problem with Fit, I mean, so Colt, they're exactly in a row, and that's not ideal. You want to have a little bit of outside movement here, but they kind of got stuck in these spots and made some crucial kills to get it to this point. But Xfactor has the field spread. They have a 3-point lead, so they can kind of just hang out in their spots and talk it up and hope that they catch Fit making moves towards them.
Yeah, it's going to be on Colt to kind of make a move here. Is now Stetzel
yeah.
makes a move to the next Dorito, and he's out of paint. So hopefully this isn't too late of a move. Oh, they got the crossfield shot on Stetzel. No, they didn't.
No, Tim's still alive.
They shot Fuzzy. Stewart comes back. That was a terrible fill back.
Oh, so they were able to do it. So what a heroic performance by Stewart and Lukow here as they hit that buzzer.
Yeah, he should have went forward.
Yeah, Fuzzy was a little out of position that whole game.
I mean, I'll give it to him. He was protecting the outside of Billy.
Yes.
But at no point was that ever called off by Meter making the move through the middle, and both Meter and Billy just got blasted out of their spots. At least Meter tried to go forward and came into the gun. I didn't see it. Did he come around and get Billy? Or was that a...
No, Billy got shot from Colt.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. Colt shot him
Oh, he
both.
lost the gunfight.
Yep. You said he was inside fighting with Colt, and Colt shot them both.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, again, just a huge moment. Scott Stewart, Colt, handling business to keep their team in this match.
You're right, though. It was Colt's ball to start getting out of that tape.
Yeah, I mean, you can't wait till you're out of paint.
No.
You know?
Hey, he made it work.
He did, and I mean, those guys have this kind of lockdown as we go into our next set here. It's just on those Dorito side guys for Fit to lock it up. As Russians are going to put in their young hit squad.
Yep.
They lose one on the Dorito side.
Yeah, they like to get 4 before they bring in their second line.
Well, hey, I'll give it Blastcamp 5 alive for the first point of the set, I think. Here comes a trade. Good trade. So 4-on-3 now, one body advantage for Blastcamp as they fill out to the snake corner.
Red Legion, wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, Tiger King Kulagin might have got either
Going out
bounced.
there.
Yeah,
He's asking for a check in that back corner, the left-hand side of your screen, back corner on the snake side.
Move up, Cody. La Papa in the snake, too, just could not get his shot on that can across field. But if he moves up to the 50, he can get it. He's just got to know that. He can hop the inside right now and get up to that 50 brick.
Yeah, Blastcamp up in D3, Snake 2.
Yeah, I mean, they're and again, it's easy to say this from here because we can see the bodies, but you've got to know when you get those eliminations to just kind of press.
Yep.
And Red Legion doing a good job of being down a body and going forward to reposition.
Well, and Red Legion would love nothing more than for their second line to
there's
come
the
in here
shot.
and win a point.
So La Papa connects. He does take out the can, and here comes Jackson. Going to look to take up the tape here in the center 50. Comes through, gets one, gets two, over the top.
Little jump shot for
So-
Jackson Frey, and that is going to do it. So the second line for Legion not able to get it done here. Did give the starting line a little bit of a break.
Yeah, the Red Legion's dream is for one day those guys to go out, win a point, and then let them come in and play a second point.
Well, how much of a break is it, though, if they keep sending the second line out and then they lose? Thus, they're now farther away from the mercy rule, so then the starters now have to potentially play a couple more points. If the starters came out and played 2 more points
It'd be
to
over.
finish the mercy rule,
But you
maybe
gotta-
it's
you got-
over.
But you got to develop those players too,
I know.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'll say this though, this is the first game for Russians.
Today, yeah, their last one, Red Legion will play Bears.
I'm gonna wanna personally, I'm gonna want to play as many points in this field as possible. So
Gotta learn it.
do I want a mercy? Kind of. yeah, for the point spread, but I also want like high score, high spread in the match. This is where we can try some stuff. And do you throw in your rookies to just try and play basic, or do I go out there and try to play to see if it works? 0.5.
Here goes Axel.
Well, PB-Fit still in this one potentially with 7 minutes to go, and they're going to be shooting another body on the break.
3 bodies for Xfactor down with a penalty on Matt Fuzzy Jackson.
Ooh, door opening here for Fit potentially. If they can close this one out relatively quick, they'll be down by 1. I mean, they don't even have to do it quick because they got 7:42 to work with. So as long as they just win this one, battle there in the snake.
Yeah, they just need to figure out it's a 5-on-2.
This is, if you, and I can ask you guys this, has this been common where like everyone's getting here and just playing cross and not hearing the gun on the other side and just immediately going?
Yes.
I feel like earlier today, everyone was playing on the tape like, I know you're there, who's gonna do it first, right?
Yep.
But now everyone's so complete, there it is. Get some Stizzle live!
Yeah, but we're seeing this a lot more this afternoon as well, Nick, is a player just like Stewart just did, goes in and then gets diced up by Colt Roberts.
Colt doesn't know about the tape over here.
Sorry, that was Luke out.
Colt's has no idea. He's gonna run in. Oh, Colt.
Oh, Colt Roberts.
Nice little grouping there.
Yeah, catching a couple extra there from Johnson.
Yeah.
Good point for Fit.
And Fit back in this match. 1-point game was a big 3-point lead here for Xfactor, but Xfactor lost a 4-on-2. And then kind of got blown up in this one a little bit. Penalty didn't help.
Yeah, they need to hit the buzzer. I don't know what, like, if he's worried about it, but like, Xfactor's a good team. That second point they played, they stayed in the back, they locked it up, and they pulled off a good point. So definitely going to want to get in there, hit the buzzer. They do it. They're good. Got ourselves a game. Maybe another OT.
Yeah, it would not surprise me at this point.
Yeah, that would be shocking if they had an OT.
Oh, getting a little heated in the pits here.
Oh, they're brothers. They're fine.
I knew the money guy. I knew I had the bunker for the Chicago kill, but I didn't know where the final body was. That's why I died.
They didn't need it. They didn't know that he was in the club.
And by the time I fucking stopped, I hesitated to go to come out and shoot. Go, baby!
Yeah, Tyler talking to Johnny. How many times brothers going to get in arguments over their lives? You talk to your family a little bit different than you talk to everyone else sometimes.
Yeah, imagine how it's got to be for everybody else. I mean, I'm sure they're used to it, but it's like, ugh.
They've been fucking
They'll
me up
take care of each
so
other. So point number 6 here. Red Legion back to OG squad.
Ooh, I like that call for Blast Camp. D3 on the break.
And he's dead.
Well, you know,
Been shot.
I
But
like it
both
better if it makes
teams,
it their life.
both teams take big bites. Russians survive it as 2 bodies have been taken out for Blast Camp. It is a 5-on-3. Red Legion, I think, in the Dorito 4.
Yep,
That's
Dorito
the 50
4.
Dorito.
And that Dorito wing over there too with Sergey.
Yeah, see, and that's nice because those are spots that you don't typically see, and that's where, hey, if I'm Red Legion, I want to get there.
Yeah, and then now Malloy is on the cross, right, on the trap there, snake side. Instead of being up in that 50 where he's been every single point, he's holding back, waiting for them to try to come get him so they can set that up.
Yeah, a little bit more tucked into some lanes right now here for Red Legion.
Yeah, and and there's a lot of time in this game, so that's a smart play call. Like, and you're seeing wisdom and experience shine through here with Red Legion, where they know that Blast Camp has the majority of their players over here on the snake side, so the snake players for Red Legion are holding, and the opening is a 2-on-1 with Sergey and Karslev on the Doritos, and so they press their advantage, are in good spots. So as long as they don't lose any sloppy gunfights and just chill, it's going to be on Blast Camp to either press into the guns.
Yeah, Sergey's over there hunting D side.
Yeah, I don't like that.
He's probing up in the can, trying to get a cross shot on Soap.
Yeah, he just needs to talk to Karslev as now Unger gets shot out so it's a 5-on-2.
Yeah, you can't plan on playing the whole game from that Dorito side can, right?
Call J-Route just murdering people right out front of the snake with Karslev also helping from that D side. So that's going to do it here for this one. Legion extends their lead. 5-1 going to score, but still decent amount of time left, 8:52.
Yeah, and the question will be now, as we're watching Karslev come off, who took a huge bite all the way up to the Dorito 3 and then Dorito 4, the 50 Dorito on the break, walk off, is do they put in their other squad now that they got that point back?
I think it's, the question is, do they want to get those guys experience or do they want to run the score up in this game?
Short-term goals, long-term goals.
And also, where's the stamina for the starting 5? You got to ask them, hey, you guys good? Feeling good? Feeling all right? If they're saying, yeah, we're feeling totally fine, then maybe because who's, look, when we get deep into Sunday, who's going to be playing? So talking about getting spins out there, those guys need spins too.
I'm 100% with you, right? Like, J-Rab gets gassed and can't go. Who do they put in? Who's his replacement? Who's your bench player?
probably whoever played best in practice based on what they saw.
Yeah, so big point here.
I don't think that they accept getting gassed on that squad. I think if you're in the starting 5, you're expected to play every point they ask you to play.
Cool. So Johnson and Axel right back into it here.
Yeah, Axel got up there faster and got that inside elimination on Fit on a slow fill up to that tower.
Yeah, kind of crawled in there, and
Yeah.
Axel was already there.
Oh, I thought he made it alive.
He got both of them.
No way, he shot Colt too?
Yep.
Oh, and dude, Chavez getting shot. He's just not having a good game surviving over there.
Yeah, so it's a 2-on-3 situation.
Yeah,
Should be
3 across the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. You're right, Matty.
Snake Temple back center, Dorito 1.
Yeah, so advantage to Xfactor, both on the body count and on the point spread here as we crack the 5-minute mark. So Fit, but they pulled off some low body heroics in that last point.
Yeah, the problem here is time.
Yeah, the time is going to become an issue because if Xfactor doesn't squander the 3-on-2 and they can take about a minute off, I mean, there's still, as long as it doesn't take, as long as it doesn't take 3 minutes, Fit'll still, but even then, still 2. Yeah, I mean, it's ideally, again, best case scenario for Xfactor, take a little bit of time, win the point.
Yeah, Stetzel in the Dorito 3 for Xfactor. The 1, he's backed up by Miro Ninos in the 2. That's Billy Bernacci as the 3. You can see the Doritos right there. Yeah, Blast Camp. I'm sorry. Paintball Fit making a move up to the second Dorito now. And so does Stetzel in the 50. Blue Dorito. There he is, backed up by Miro Ninos. Dimitri. Meter going to switch. Billy content with just playing heads up. That's a great spot to sit in this gunfight, your mirror heads up, because it's really hard to counter or not to counter the move out either into the corner or the snake in a situation like this. And Billy does do that. He takes the initiative and he gets into the snake, wanting to shoot cross.
Yeah, he's going to try to put cross pressure on that Dorito 2 or the 200.
Yeah, perfect shot right there from our boys in the booth.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and Billy can, you say it might seem like you can't see that because of the big center Hertz bunker, but all Billy has to do as he's playing the tape and making his move up is kind of stand up a little bit, and you can see the tips of those Doritos over that bunker, and you just drop paint in over the top, and they come right to the inside of these Doritos, and it's really tough to play the inside.
Yeah, feels like a funnel, right?
Yes.
Paint's coming into you.
Well, and it's a good look for Xfactor because they've made these moves and extended the field out wide, but they've done it slow, methodical, safe, still 3-on-2 situation.
Yeah, what really needs to happen is Meter needs to get just a little bit closer to Stetzel and allow Stetzel just to go bunker out the Dorito because Fitz player is playing Billy heads up and not protecting his Dorito front player. And this is where it's kind of tricky with Billy because if the closer Billy gets to him, it's going to entice the Fit player to kind of try to make that move. And with Xfactor as far as they are now on that tape, they can't really protect Billy. Like he could run the highway right now and sneak into that 50, and Billy would have to be kind of on his toes and just wrap around.
Yeah, now down to 224. Situation still the same. Oh, here
Move.
comes a move.
The move. Double highway.
He gets him.
He gets one. Does he
Trade.
trade out 2 to make it a 1-on-1?
Penalty. Penalty.
Major.
Red flag.
But who's it going to be on?
It's on
running
Fit.
towards Fit. So that is unfortunate for Fit, as that is going to pull out Johnson, and that is going to also mean that they're going to be starting down a body, down by 2, starting with 4 with only 2:04 left.
Man, that's it. I would love to see that because if he ran highway the whole way, he would have had it, but he cut back into the left and ran at Meter. So that means Meter had to have shot him right away and tucked in, and he continued to play and then shot Meter Ninos, Dimitri Ninos, as he got next to him. But that should mean that. There we go. 2 minutes left, up by 2. It should be 5-on-4.
I think you need to come up and inside, protect that run through, let Timmy just go to work.
The thing is, they had my shadow meter. Every time I moved it in, she was right
If you
at the
can
line.
protect him from looking, if you can get to a point where you can look
Smart
at
call by
both
Timmy.
sides of his Dorito one, then Timmy takes the
I know.
So it's OG squad.
Yeah, so they send the starters back out for Legion, up by 4. And they just running and gunning. So 4 guns essentially up. The only one who wasn't running and gunning was Karslev. And they're going to shoot 2 bodies, so the heavy guns plan works out. Sergey taking a pretty big bite on a secondary. He's going to get all the way to the wedge towards that D side. As we're looking over the shoulders here of Blast Camp from the blue zone, blue side of the field. But yeah, man, a really aggressive gameplay call on the secondaries. They went heavy guns, everyone running and gunning except Karslev. Karslev goes all the way to D3, and then Sergey with the big fill, and Kirill getting right into the wedge. So they have, they have a lot of real estate. They have a big lead. Hopefully maybe going to burn some clock off here in this 5-on-3 situation.
Yeah, a lot of time left in this match. Over 8 minutes still. Malloy now taking his time, going from the corner into Snake 2.
This field has been interesting because we've had some incredibly fast points. There's 2 more bodies for Blast Camp, and then we've had some relatively long points. So it's it hasn't been super consistent.
Yeah, and there's all 5 Blast Camp players have been eliminated.
I think the Red Legion think there's one left in Snake or Snake Corner, but I believe they've all been eliminated.
Yeah, they have. Like they're trying to figure it out right now, and you can they know. Karslev just turned around and started walking back.
Blast Camp has to start playing margin here. You know, they barely were able to make it on at the last event, and they had to have a big second day.
Talking about Texas?
Yeah, so Blast Camp, we've been talking about it, but you guys have first heard. So 17th place at the first event, but they made it to Sunday and beat the ML Kings, and Mercy rolled them in the wild card round. But after day one, it was they were not looking good. They lost Revel, they lost to Heat, they were sitting 0-2, -5, and then they beat Uprising, and then a 5-0'd Aftermath to get them in. So with a +3. But they need to be careful about margin right now, because if they take this Mercy Rule loss, they're going to be in another situation where they got to be very careful. Because now, good for them that they did in the loss that they had against the Hurricanes, it was in overtime only by 1. So, but this one's starting to run away from them. So if you get that Mercy Rule loss, you're going to be sitting instead of a -5, 0-2 like they were at the first event or the second event, they're going to be 0-2, -7. That's even worse.
Yeah, that's rough.
No, well, playing margin is incredibly important.
I'm with you. It's just like,
Nick.
What do you do?
God.
Like, that's the question. Like, what do you Blast Camp's kind of in that same scenario here. Like, what are you going to do?
Think when
you have to go at them, like, or it's, hey, if Iannucci's got to play where it's just hold and try and pull back a point, because the way it's going is they're losing bodies on the break, and then right away they're losing it like the first gunfights.
Yeah.
And so
it's a 5-on-3 almost every break.
yeah, and I mean, I didn't see the Uprising game, so obviously something was working for them, but that's not translating into this game, and so you've got to get guys in spots where they can just live, and like you said, either you try to press.
Well, they're just getting murdered on the break.
I know, but like, what do you tell them to do?
You start by surviving the break.
Yeah,
Right.
and then just live.
Then you got to get outside and control the field so that the other team has a hard time pushing up, so you can at least slow down the pace. But you need to do that when it's 3-1, not 5-1, right? When it's 5-1, it's a little bit late to start worrying about your margin.
Yeah, so I mean, again, with that being said, I mean, I would rather. You're only going to learn how to play a spot in this field by getting to it. So rather dive forward, going somewhere and get to that spot, and hey, did this route work? Hey, this is the best off the break shooting we've seen all day.
Oh yeah.
Right. So let's try something different. Bring that information back to your coach and try to get there. And then once you make it in, you're clean. Count to 3 in your head before you poke your head out and start shooting a lane or engaging with whoever would be in front of you. Connect with your teammates. Look and see. Listen to the calls. Are we 5 up? What's the kill count? What's the O count? And then address the point from there.
Yeah, certainly some of the young teams and some of the other teams, immediately when they get to the bunker, they're looking to kill, right?
Yeah.
What I want my guys to do is look to stay alive, right? If you have an opportunity to kill someone and stay alive, do so, right? But if you have to kill somebody and die to do so, I'd rather have you stay alive.
On the breakout now,
the
PB
beginning
Fit
of a
just
point,
down
yeah.
by 2 to Xfactor with 2 minutes to go.
Good break, 5 alive for both points. Xfactor dropping that body from that can't stay alive with that guy in the Hertz bunker looking inside.
Yeah, I think was he inside?
Inside, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's brutal. I mean, and the tough thing is, too, is like you have to know that someone's going to essentially be there.
Every point.
And so you have to commit, but, Fit, give it right back.
And Chavez.
Chavez, like, too big.
Oh, no, that's not Chavez.
It's not?
Chavez in D1, I think.
Right. Chavez in D1.
3-on-4 advantage here for Xfactor. Xfactor calling Lucy, which means they know that they killed one on the left side first.
Move here on your screen from the Snake and a bunker out Axel.
Nice move. Anytime you get Axel out the field, it's almost like getting Malloy out the field, right? It's a huge win for your team.
Yeah, so 3-on-2 situation right now in favor of Xfactor. So things are definitely going their way.
Yeah, and then again, they're in the driver's seat right here with about a minute left, where they don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, but they just said kill 1, so they don't know that they've shot
3 people.
3 players. Now, granted, Fit is walking off on their side, and it's really tough because
Yeah, they're in the pocket.
they're in the pocket and they're not wide enough to see anybody. But that was what's plagued him in that 4-on-2, is they were off on the count.
TJ Danner switching his gun this way from back center.
And, you know, hopefully if Chavez can clock in and get down that tape, he can pick off the pack of Danner.
Yeah, this would be a good point for him to get into this
Yeah.
game because he's been struggling so much.
Yeah, and if Mason can get to this 50 brick, he can play over the top of it and shoot at all 3 Xfactor players. But
Yeah, Mason's
Chavez
trying.
dies.
Ugh.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, this is that bend don't break moment, or it was a bend don't break moment for Xfactor, but they've done it and got through it nicely. Now Meter's going to launch. Going to stitch up Mason.
Hope Chavez didn't use up all his good luck and goodwill in that last event.
I mean, it's just, again, a matter of figuring. I mean, he made it to the corner fine, and he lived up until he got into a spot where he had to push, and he was going against Fuzzy and Meter cross on him.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, that's tough. But before that, you know, he's arguably one of their better players and a very effective offensive weapon. You got to figure out what's going on with that to get him in his game.
Yeah, so now Legion, Blast Camp, all Legion just putting on an off-the-break shooting clinic.
Second line coming in.
Yeah, second line, going to give the starters a little rest.
The Rooks. I like it, though.
Yeah, whole line. The whole bench coming out right now.
6 guys.
Yeah, I used to play for Aftershocks back in the day.
Yeah, you know what? And we did do it on purpose.
And we'll do it again.
And the truth comes out.
Well, Bruno did. I didn't know we were doing it. A jumping ref calling somebody out on Blast Camp. And they're going to get pulled. Minor? No. Yeah,
Yes.
he does give him a minor.
5-on-3 advantage for Red Legion.
Red Legion going to lose.
5-on-2 advantage, Red Legion 2.
Red Legion do lose 1.
4-on-2, Red Legion.
Maybe
3-on-2.
maybe 3-on-2, yeah?
3-on-1.
Oh, boy.
McDarby's over here in the Snake 50, wiling out.
And I think Frey just got hit in the loader. He did, so that's going to do it. They're going to pull it off with 2 bodies alive.
Might be the first team, might be the first point the second line won there. That's a big step up for those guys.
Yeah, step in the right direction. That's how you get that experience and that confidence.
And it's the point that Mercy's the other team.
Big point.
Oh, McDarby slamming on that buzzer.
He's not messing around.
That's it. Game's officially over. Legion with the Mercy Row win. They're starting off real nice. 1 win, +6.
Booyah.
Booyah chaka.
Is it the shoes?
It's the shoes.
Shout out to Bevan and everyone back home for me at the Loop Commons in Burlington, Wisconsin. If you ever find yourself in Burlington, Wisconsin,
And I do.
and you do, Rich, stop on by the Loop.
Oh,
where
I
rent
will.
an office. They do coffee roasting. They got a common spot for if you want to get some work done. Photo studio, podcast studio, and a rock wall.
That
And a
sounds
gym.
amazing.
Dude, it's great.
I'm on my way.
You guys should come hang out with me.
The spot. We're going.
That's a long way to go to climb. I love you. I'll come to hang out with you, but
Yeah.
I don't need to drive all that or fly all that way to go climb the rock wall.
Well, we won't do that. I'm just like, you know.
I mean, it's just an option.
We'll hang out. Then we got the Runaway Brewery right next door, so we'll drink some brews.
Now you're
Devin,
talking
every
about his
Friday, he's got
language.
Happy Friday, so he's got a little kegerator. He's got his ice. He's got his cold brew on draft, nitro cold brew, and we got some local brews. You'll be in heaven.
Sounds like
It'll
a
be
plan.
perfect.
Can't wait.
But shout out to everyone back at home watching from your respective offices or couches or desks or wherever you're at. We
Mom's
appreciate
basement.
your mom's basement. We appreciate all of your support here for Go Sports.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. 2 more sets to go. It's going to be the Hurricanes taking on Uprising and Revo versus Diesel. Congrats to both Legion and Xfactor taking wins in that set here. 2024 Mid-Atlantic Major, Major League Paintball here in Atlantic City. I'm Matty Marshall on Go Sports. We'll be back.